Hello. Today's review is Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams. Not to be confused with Sony's Dreams, which is a completely separate experience, and I will definitely review that at some point. But do I recommend this piece of shit? I do not, as you may have just heard a second ago. Honestly, if you just wanted to like get the opportunity, which is like a purple ball roughly about this big that appears after like 2 or 3 minutes, somewhere on the very tiny map, and then move on to the next one, you could probably finish this in under an hour. And I'm sure there's like a lot of things that are pretty like enjoyable and shit that are short, but this is definitely not one of them. This is just like it's just a shitty experience. It's just very small 10 experiences. A lot of the quotes that they have around the maps are repeating. Um, Let me bring up an example of a couple of them now. So, as it turns out, in the process of making this video, I actually figured out that there are not, in fact, duplicates of sayings per se, but in that each time when you revisit a location, you can shoot your little orb thingy at the at the little symbol and get an entirely different saying upon two different run-throughs. So I retract my statement about there being duplicates. Case in point, I have 3 different sayings based on this one location right here. I will exemplify them now. And in the description, they talk about like how tranquil and meditative and like soothing and awesome and the music is, but the music, in my opinion, sucks. I wish I could play it for you, but there's like a chance that I could get copywritten because music's such a finicky fucking thing. Um, I don't enjoy the music. I find it very like loud and abrasive and not very soothing at all, and just kind of clashes with a lot of the scenarios. Kind of feel like some of the music would actually deal better in like an action scenario versus like the jungle or that one. The music was pretty on par, but some of the rest like this one definitely wasn't. The most this game, quote unquote game, has going for it is that like that one, and that one are fairly neat. All the rest of them are shit. And hear me out though. Like that one. I mean, is like really, actually, truly pretty neat. It just seems a little insensitive, given in America they had such a problem with so many different forests burning down because people using incendiary devices to reveal the genets of their children, like fools. This one is neat at face value, but essentially it's just floating islands in a void. It's neat, but it gets old pretty quick. This one, though, is actually, truly, actually neat, so I'm going to show that one off. Just give it a second here while we, like I said, this one is probably the most beautiful out of them all. We got this neat animal, got the glowing butterfly, got the luminescent mushrooms. Now keep in mind you don't get access to all that, but the stars are cool. But there's like a path that leads up here and then over here to the meditation refuge. We'll get there in a minute. And then I can go up over there onto the ridge a little, and then there's a portal back to the hub. I can kind of walk around a little over here, but this is what he looks like, or she. I don't see balls, but in most games you wouldn't. uh, yeah, this is what it's like to be like in the thick of it. It's all pretty beautiful, if I had to say. Real beautiful. But, that's about it. There's that path right there. And then leads over here. I can chill in the foliage. There's the refuge up the hill. And then the portal is like right over there by those mushrooms. And, that's it. um, and normally I don't make a big deal out of graphics, but I'm gonna bitch in this case because like I said, this is literally like the biggest and the coolest looking and definitely the most intricate scenario in the Mind Labyrinth. Um, and ultimately, fundamentally, this is still just it. It's just it. And they want $26 for these shitty graphics, these tiny little itty bitty maps. And it's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it, personally. I think there's way better things to spend your money on. Say, for example, um, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard has basically the exact same graphics, but is like 6 to 8 hours long on just the base game, and then there's all sorts of neat little DLCs. And on top of that, it's an actual thoroughly enjoyable, fun experience and a phenomenal game. And this is like just a giant pile of shit. I know I'm like ragging on it pretty hard and stuff, but they literally want like $27 plus tax for this. Essentially, nobody's really gonna pick the other maps because like there's this, so it's basically just for this, and it's not worth it in my opinion. But oh, there's the refuges. I gotta show you the refuge. These little meditation refuge things are neat in face value. Um, as far as sights go, they are definitely cool. They usually feature a couple of small animals and or medium-sized animal. Usually there's like a fox or a rabbit or two. Guess not in this one. Anyway, it's a breathing meditation exercise. The cool thing is like that they did that, but the thing about that is I did it once, and due to the rhythm, I don't know if maybe I just am super adjusted to breathing slower or whatnot, but they have you breathe like really fast, and about halfway through, I got pretty pretty lightheaded and a little dizzy, and I had to tap out at like 3/4 of the way through. After that, I was just like, yeah, I need to sit down. This is gonna take me the fuck out. Um, like I know what they were going for, and it's cool. It just was not for me, I guess. And maybe that's what this all boils down to, is that like as neat as it all is, it's just not for me. It might be for you. Maybe, this might help one of you get it, and you get it, and you're like, oh, I love the music, and I thoroughly enjoy the meditative refuge and stuff. Me personally, I didn't, and I mean this as non-condescendingly as possible, but there's no non-condescending way of saying, but good for you. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope this uh, helps you make up your mind. It is insightful to hopefully not waste your money, but if that's what you want to do, if you want to get this game, not the point. Hope you have a good one. Hope this was probably not very entertaining, but this game gave me very little to work with, though, to be fair. Take care.